Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Chill English Talks. I'm Edward, and today I'm here with Marie again.
Hi, everyone. It's always great to be back. How are you, Edward?
I'm doing really well, thanks. I've been thinking about something that everyone has to face at some point: job interviews.
Oh, yes. That's such a good topic. Everyone gets nervous about interviews, especially if it's in English.
Exactly. It's already stressful in your own language, but when you have to do it in English, it's a whole new challenge.
Totally. I still remember my first job interview in English. I was so nervous that I forgot half of what I wanted to say.
I know that feeling. The interviewer asked me, "Tell me about yourself," and my mind just went completely blank.
That's such a classic. That question seems so simple, but it's one of the hardest to answer.
Exactly. Because you never know how much to say. Like, do they want your life story or just a short summary?
Right. I think the key is to keep it short but interesting. You can say who you are, what you do, and what you're passionate about. That's usually enough.
Yes. Something like, "I studied design, and I've been working on creative projects for the past 3 years. I love helping brands tell their story."
That's perfect. It's confident, simple, and it connects your experience with what you want to do.
Exactly. I think that's the trick, showing how your background fits the job.
Totally agree. And, many people forget that interviews are also about personality. The interviewer wants to know if you'd fit in the team.
Yes, like your attitude, your energy, how you communicate, all that matters as much as your experience.
That's why it's important to stay positive, smile, and just be yourself. Even if your English isn't perfect, they'll notice your confidence.
Exactly. I always tell people confidence beats perfection every time.
Yes, and preparation helps a lot with that confidence. When you already know what kind of questions to expect, you feel calmer.
Definitely. Before an interview, I like to write down some ideas for common questions, like, why do you want to work here? Or what are your strengths?
That's a great tip. Even if you don't memorize answers word for word, just thinking about them helps you feel ready.
Right. And also, practice saying them out loud. Because sometimes you think you know what to say until you try to say it.
Exactly. Speaking out loud helps you realize if your sentences are too long or complicated. You can make them sound more natural.
Yes, that's super important, especially for English learners. Short, clear sentences are always better than long, confusing ones.
Totally. And it's okay to take pauses too. A short pause makes you sound thoughtful, not nervous.
Yeah, I like that. Thoughtful, not nervous. That's a great mindset to have in an interview.
Thanks. Maybe we should put that on a t-shirt.
Haha, good idea. So, in today's episode, we're going to talk about how to prepare for a job interview in English, step by step.
Right. From what to do before the interview, how to answer common questions, and even how to sound confident when you speak.
Exactly. So, if you're looking for your first job, or maybe you just want to improve your English for professional situations, this episode is for you.
Grab your notebook, take a deep breath, and let's start getting ready for your next job interview in English.
Let's do it. All right, so let's talk about some of the most common questions you'll probably hear in a job interview.
Yes, and let's start with one of the most famous ones. Tell me about yourself. Everyone gets that question.
Yeah, and honestly, most people panic when they hear it. But it's actually a great opportunity to make a good first impression.
Exactly. You just need a simple structure. You can talk about 3 things: your background, your experience, and your goal.
That's a great tip. For example, you could say, I studied computer science, and I've been working as a software developer for 2 years. I'm really interested in improving user experiences and creating efficient solutions.
Perfect. It's short, confident, and it connects directly to the job.
Right. The interviewer doesn't want your whole life story. They just want to understand who you are as a professional.
Exactly. Keep it professional, but add a little personality too. You can mention something small about what motivates you or what you enjoy doing at work.
Yeah, something like, I really enjoy solving problems and learning new technologies. That sounds natural and positive.
Totally. And then we have the second classic question. Why do you want to work here?
Ah, yes, that one. It sounds simple, but it's tricky. Because if you just say, because I need a job, that's not going to work.
Haha, no, definitely not. You have to show interest in the company. Mention something about their values, their projects, or their culture.
Exactly. You can say something like, I really admire your company's focus on innovation. Or, I'd love to be part of a team that values creativity and teamwork.
That's great. It shows you've done your research and that you care about the job, not just the paycheck.
Yes, and that's something many interviewers notice right away, when you're genuinely interested.
Exactly. And now another popular one. What are your strengths?
Ah, yes. I think the key here is to be specific. Don't just say, I'm a hard worker. Everyone says that.
Right. Give examples. For instance, I'm good at organizing my work and meeting deadlines. Or, I'm great at communicating with clients and adapting to their needs.
Yes, that sounds much more natural and believable. It's always better when you give a short example or situation.
Exactly. It makes your answer feel real, not memorized.
And then, of course, comes the scary one. What are your weaknesses?
Haha, yes. Everyone hates that question. But it doesn't have to be a trap.
Right. You just need to show self-awareness and improvement. You can say something like, sometimes I take on too many tasks because I want to help, but I've been learning to manage my time better.
That's perfect. It shows honesty and growth, which is what interviewers actually want to see.
Exactly. You're not supposed to sound perfect. You're supposed to sound human.
Yes, and that's something I always tell my students. It's okay to make small mistakes. What really matters is your attitude.
Totally agree. Confidence, honesty, and preparation, those three things make a big difference.
So, to summarize this part, know your story, do your research, and be ready to talk about your strengths and weaknesses in a natural way.
Exactly. And in the next part, we can talk about some advanced tips. Things like how to sound confident, how to use body language, and how to end your interview in a strong way.
That sounds great. Let's keep going.
All right, so we've talked about common questions and how to answer them, but let's move on to something just as important. How to sound confident during the interview.
Yes, that's a really good one. Sometimes people actually know all the right answers, but they still sound nervous or unsure.
Exactly. Confidence is not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. Your tone of voice, your body language, and even your facial expressions make a big difference.
Totally. One simple tip I always give is smile. It sounds basic, but it really helps you relax and makes you sound friendly.
Yes, and it changes the energy completely. When you smile, your voice sounds warmer and more positive.
Exactly. Another thing is your posture. Sit straight, keep your shoulders relaxed, and make eye contact. That shows that you're open and confident.
Right. And for online interviews, look directly at the camera when you talk. That way, it feels like you're talking to the person, not to your screen.
Yes, and also avoid talking too fast. When people get nervous, they start speaking super quickly and forget to breathe.
Yeah, I've done that before. Taking short pauses between sentences really helps you sound calm and in control.
Exactly. And you can even use those pauses to think for a second. It's totally okay. Interviewers expect that.
Totally. A little silence is not awkward. It's natural. It shows you're thinking before answering.
Yes, and that's something professionals do all the time. They don't rush, they take their time.
That's a great point. And another tip is to use positive body language. Nod when you listen and keep your hands visible, not hidden.
Yes, because it makes you look engaged and honest. And if you're sitting too stiff or hiding your hands, you might look nervous without realizing it.
Exactly. So, in short, smile, keep good posture, make eye contact, and speak clearly.
Right. And don't forget to end the interview well. That's something many people forget about.
Oh, yes, the final impression. It's so important. When the interviewer says, "Do you have any questions for us?" don't just say no.
Yes, that's your chance to show real interest. You can ask something simple like, what does a normal day look like in this position? Or what are the next steps in the hiring process?
Exactly. That kind of question shows that you're curious, professional, and serious about the opportunity.
And before you leave, don't forget to thank them. Something like, thank you for your time. It was great talking with you.
Yes, it's polite, and it leaves a positive last impression.
Exactly. Small details like that really matter.
So, to wrap this up, sounding confident is about staying calm, smiling, and being genuine.
Yes, and ending your interview with a smile and a thank you can really make you stand out.
Totally agree. I think that's a perfect note to end this part on.
Yes, and in the next part, we can talk about what to do after the interview, how to follow up, and what to say if you don't get the job right away.
That's a great idea. Let's talk about that next.
So, we talked about how to sound confident and end your interview in a great way.
Yes, and now let's talk about what happens after the interview, because honestly, that part is also very important.
Exactly. Many people think the interview ends when they walk out of the room, but it doesn't. What you do after can really make a difference.
Yes, the first thing you can do is send a short thank you message. It's polite, professional, and it helps people remember you.
That's true. You can write something simple, like, "Thank you for the opportunity to interview for the position. It was great talking with you. I really enjoyed learning more about your company."
That's perfect. It's short, friendly, and shows appreciation.
Exactly. You don't need to write a long email. Just a few sentences are enough.
Yes, and try to send it within 24 hours after your interview. It shows that you care and that you're organized.
Good point. And sometimes after that, you have to wait. That's the hardest part, waiting for an answer.
Yes, it really is. It can feel stressful, but remember, sometimes it takes companies a few days or even weeks to decide.
Yes. So be patient and don't worry too much if you don't hear back immediately.
Exactly. But if a week or two passes and you haven't heard anything, it's okay to send a short follow-up email.
Right. Something like, "Hello, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to follow up regarding my interview for the position. I'm still very interested and look forward to hearing from you."
Yes, that's a great way to show interest without sounding pushy.
Totally. It's professional, polite, and simple. That's the key.
Now, let's talk about something that happens to everyone, at least once. Not getting the job.
Yes, that's an important topic. It can feel disappointing, but it's a normal part of life.
Exactly. Everyone hears no sometimes, even the best professionals.
Yes, and when that happens, it's a good idea to say thank you anyway. You can reply with something like, "Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate the opportunity and hope we can connect again in the future."
That's a great example. It shows maturity and professionalism. And who knows, maybe next time they'll think of you again.
Yes, exactly. Every interview helps you practice and get better for the next one.
Totally. You learn how to answer better, how to stay calm, and how to show your best self.
And that's what learning English is about too. Practice, practice, and more practice.
Yes, the more you practice, the more confident you become.
Exactly. So don't be afraid of interviews. Think of them as a conversation, just like this one.
Yes, you're just two people talking and learning about each other. That's all.
That's a really good way to see it. And remember, every no brings you closer to a yes.
Exactly. So stay positive, keep practicing and keep improving your English and your confidence.
Perfect advice, Marie. I think that's a great place to wrap up today's episode.
Yes, I think so too.
Before we finish, we want to remind everyone listening, if you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to the Chill Talk podcast.
Yes, and tell us in the comments, have you ever had a job interview in English? How did it go?
We'd love to hear your stories and help you improve.
Thanks for listening, everyone. And if you want to learn English faster, check out the link we've left in the description. It's a course that will help you learn English without memorizing.
That's right. With this course, you can learn by listening and repeating, which is the best way to learn.
Exactly. So also subscribe if you like this daily practice with Chill Talks. And remember,
Stay chill, keep learning, and keep talking in English.
bye, everyone.
See you next time.